All right, so there's this quiet revolution happening right now. It's not out on the streets, it's deep inside the code and the cloud that run, well, pretty much everything. Today, we're going to dig into how the very foundation of business is being completely rebuilt, one app at a time. So let's dive right in. I mean, have you ever really thought about it? That one little tap you make on your phone, it kicks off this insane chain reaction. It's not just one thing happening, it's dozens, sometimes hundreds of different systems all talking to each other in a split second. We're going to pull back the curtain on this whole complex world of information systems. You know, the invisible machinery that powers every single transaction, every interaction, every decision. To really get what's going on with this revolution, first, we've got to understand the bedrock it's all built on, and that is the information system. It's basically the engine running under the hood of our entire modern world. Now, I know information system sounds super academic, right? But the idea behind it is actually pretty simple. Just think of it like a recipe. It's the recipe for turning a big, chaotic mess of raw data into something genuinely useful, something organized. It's the how behind every single report, every dashboard, and every notification that makes business today even possible. And this is what I love. This slide just breaks the whole thing down. No matter how complicated an information system seems, it really just boils down to these 5 core parts, and they all have to work together. You've got the people using it, the rules they follow, the procedures, the actual physical hardware, the software running on it, and of course the data itself. It's a really delicate balance. If just one of those pieces goes wrong, the whole system can just fall apart. Okay, but here's where the story takes a turn. Because in today's world, that elegant 5-part system, well, it's facing a massive, massive challenge. You can almost picture it as a digital traffic jam on a global scale. Just look at this number. Gartner says that by 2024, 80% of tech products and services are going to be built by people who are not technology professionals. And no, that's not a typo. It's this huge shift called IT democratization. It means your marketing team, your sales team, your finance department, they're all building their own tech solutions now to get their jobs done, whether the official IT department is involved or not. And why is this happening? Well, it's because companies are totally ditching the old way of doing things. They're moving away from having one giant, clunky application, a monolith, that tries to do everything poorly. Instead, they're picking and choosing the absolute best app for every single specific job. One for marketing, one for sales, one for HR. You get the idea. The only problem? Now you've got to make them all talk to each other. And this is what that looks like in reality. For everyone, employees, customers, you name it. The digital world now feels like this huge, fragmented sea of apps that don't connect. Every department ends up on its own little island of data, creating these really stubborn silos. And trying to get them all to work together, it becomes a massive organization-wide headache. So what you end up with is a perfect storm. You've got this explosion of apps, and at the same time, a major shortage of tech talent to actually manage it all. It creates this vortex of problems. Crazy timelines, processes that clash with each other, all kinds of new security risks, and an integration backlog, a to-do list of things to connect that just never, ever seems to get any smaller. So how in the world do you escape this chaos? Well, it takes a fundamental shift in how you think about the problem. The goal can't just be about connecting a couple of apps anymore. It's about moving beyond simple integration and toward full-blown business automation. And this quote from Jitterbit just nails it. It perfectly captures the thesis for this whole new era. You simply cannot have effective, smart automation if your systems can't speak the same language seamlessly. Integration isn't just a feature, it's the absolute foundation for everything that comes next. This is the before and after story that pretty much every business on the planet is chasing. You move from the slow, manual, painful work of building one-off connections between apps to a totally holistic strategy where your business processes just flow automatically across the entire company. And let's be really clear here, the real prize isn't just about saving a little time or a few bucks. It's about what becomes possible when your data is finally free from all those different silos. It's about finding brand new ways to grow and about creating that one single source of truth that lets you make really smart decisions in real time. So this huge shift is all being powered by a whole new wave of technology that is just rewriting the rules of what's possible. Let's take a quick look at what's coming down the pipe. Gartner has this really cool way of breaking down the big trends into 3 kinds of jobs. First, you have the architect, who's focused on building the secure foundations for AI. Then you have the synthesist, whose job is to combine all these different AI tools in creative ways. And finally, you have the vanguard. They're the protectors, the ones standing guard and keeping these powerful new systems safe. And you can see these ideas playing out in some key trends that are popping up everywhere. You've got agentic AI, that's AI that doesn't just analyze things, it actually does things on its own. We're seeing a return to these simpler, modular monoliths, kind of like a happy medium between one giant app and 100 tiny ones. But the one common thread, the thing that ties all of this together, they all rely on a constant, nonstop flow of real-time data. And that's exactly where technology like Apache Kafka becomes absolutely critical. The best way to think about it is like the central nervous system for a company's data. It's a high-speed pipeline that streams information instantly from where it's created to wherever it's needed. We're talking speeds faster than you can blink. This is the engine that truly powers a real-time business. Which brings us to one last pretty provocative thought. We've journeyed from these simple old systems for just entering data to a future of truly intelligent, automated enterprises. So the big question for all of us is this. As the systems we build get smarter and more independent, what's our new role in all of this? How do we evolve to manage, to guide, and ultimately to harness the power of this incredible new world that we're creating?